Adventurers, welcome back to the channel. I'm your super host Kai Energy here on Energy Travel Adventure. On today's episode, I'm gonna be giving you my full review, my experience on board the Carnival Glory. So let's talk about it. Buckle up because I have so much to cover. Okay, Carnival Glory is a Conquest class vessel or cruise ship, and it's also part of the family of Carnival Conquest, Carnival Liberty, which I actually was a year ago. I have a full review as well here on the channel that you can watch after this video. I definitely think that they both share similarity when it comes to the layout of the cruise, the way that it is decorated, and also the structure of the vessel itself, because it's the same class cruise ship. But I have to say the Carnival Glory, because it went on dry dock by spring 2024, when it got out of that dry dock, it came more renovated, and with some add-ons that were added to the ship, like the new arcade and also a heroes bar, and also like a LED ceiling in that iconic entrance. Renovations in the rooms. I definitely think the adding outlets on both sides of the bed was great, and also adding more light to the cruise ship itself compared to Carnival Liberty. I feel that Carnival Glory is definitely more brighter inside. It looks like even more spacious and definitely more clean. Another thing that I have to say is the decoration that you find in this type of vessels is very vintage, very different, and sometimes you go walk yourself around and you're like kind of thinking what they were thinking when they were adding this type of decoration. It's very interesting. Nothing bad if you're into rustic, vintage, different and old style type of decoration. You will definitely enjoy this type of cruise ship. I also feel the Carnival Glory is a very easy cruise ship to navigate, and it's an also cruise to for first timer. If you are afraid to go on a cruise, or if you've never been into cruises, I feel this cruise ship, it could be a great getaway for you. This was a 4-day cruise, and it was stopping at Nassau, Bahamas, Princess Cay, which is a private island of Carnival Cruise, and also Days at Sea. Let's start with day number 1. On day number 1, you know, every single cruise starts with embarkation day, the most exciting day of the cruise compared to the embarkation, where everybody's like crying, as we always know, right? But embarkation day, I made my appointment for 10 to 10:30, and I also added faster to the phone. Everything was pretty smooth. I have to say that for this cruise, I don't think it was sold out. The back to the basics, you have to go through security, the dog, they will smell your bags, go to check your documents and all that stuff, and they will send you on your designated waiting area. I was wearing, of course, in a faster to the phone area, and I was so ready because my group was cold, but I realized that I left my camera charger and battery in my hotel room. And I'm gonna tell you something. The first thing I did, I was call the hotel and let them know that I would pick up my charger and my battery right after my cruise, because I just wanted to go on my cruise and enjoy my cruise. But something inside of me told me, like, you know what, the hotel is really close, 5-10 minutes. I ended actually recovering my battery and my charger the same day, right there on embarkation day. And like I always say, if you don't want unwanted surprises, make sure to check your hotel room before leaving. And this was a pro tip that definitely learned that day. If you made your appointment early, if something like this happened, if your hotel is really close to the cruise port, yes, you're able to get out and go for whatever you left behind and come back. Now, I have to tell you that yes, you have to go again through security, the dogs. It doesn't matter if you even leave your bags with somebody else being taken care of. So you have to go through the whole process again. But it didn't take long. My first impression of this cruise, as I mentioned at the beginning, this ship is very similar to Carnival Liberty and other Conquest class, but I love the refresh of it. I do have to say they did a really great job with this refresh. I immediately, of course, went to drop my bags to my room because I added faster to the phone. In other cruise, I had also added faster to the phone, and I was able to drop my bag inside the room. Even if the room was saying ready yet, they would allow me to drop my bags and go and explore the ship. On this occasion, they just told me to leave my bag outside the room. It wasn't a big deal for me. I just left it outside the room, and I went to explore the cruise ship. Sometimes I do check my bags, sometimes I don't. But one of the perks that is listed once you add faster to the phone is that you can do this. But you know what? It wasn't a big deal if I couldn't leave it inside the room. All I wanted was drop the bag and go and enjoy the cruise. So cabins are primarily located on deck 1, 2, 6, 7, and 8. Decks 9, 10, and 11, which are the upper deck. Carnival Glory has a lot of places and important locations like the Little Deck, Buffet, also Guy's Burger Joint, Blue Iguana Cantina. On deck 5, you find the Promenade, bars, loungers, entertainment, which by the way, majority, deck number 5 has the most bar on this cruise ship, including the Alchemy Bar, which I spent so much time there. And of course, loungers, entertainment, the Amber's Palace Theater, which is the main theater where majority of the shows will be happening. You can access through the upper level through deck 5. On deck 5, you also have the Cena Bar, Piano Bar, the Ebony Cabaret Lounge, the White Heat Dance Club, and a new Waterhouse Arcade, which is very funny because it's like literally right outside the dance club. It's very interesting. Everything happens like in deck number 5. There are two main dining rooms in this cruise, one towards the back and one towards the front. The Platinum main dining room, which is more like towards the back, and it serves dinner from 5:30 to 8:15 p.m. This is for people who actually sign up before their cruise and want to have a specific time and table every single day, which was what I did. It was my first time sharing table with other people that I didn't know. It was like completely stranger, but quickly I was able to I'm very social, so it's like I feel like this is the way of how Carnival make you be social and meet other people. Was incredible. This was like the first cruise in all the ones that I have been more social than ever. And then there is also another main dining room where you can also select any time through the Carnival app. Every sea day they do offer brunch, and I highly recommend. They do have two pools like Carnival Liberty. They also have the Serenity Deck, which is the deck for 18 plus and older, with two hot tubs. There's also two hot tubs in the main pool where they do all the parties, and there's two hot tubs as well in the pool to the back. However, there was a day where I wanted to use the hot tub and they were always busy. I mean, it's a small ship. That did not kill my experience on this cruise ship. As I always say, if something doesn't go like your plan of your planning, either wake up early the next day, try it again, and if it doesn't happen, there's another excuse to go back to a cruise. Sail away party was great. We had a good cruise director. His name was Rico, and of course I did my research before going into this cruise, and I heard so many comments about the barbecue place on the little deck, on the little buffet, which is on the third level of the little, so a lot of people don't recognize it, that you can still go up and find this barbecue place. And let me tell you something, it was good. I heard and read some reviews, they say that it was bad. For me, it was good. I don't know if that day they decided to cook really good, but it was good. This is room or cabin 7405 on deck 7. I love the location of this room. It was so easy to navigate to go down to deck 5. It was easy to access to the secret deck as well if you want to have a quiet moment. Stateroom was a balcony stateroom, very spacious for a size ship like this, and it has all amenities. One thing that I have to say that I can't say enough is that I love they added the outlets and also USB ports close to the bed, so you have enough ports and everybody in the room can charge, because some cruise ships definitely don't have it. And you probably know by now, the one thing that I look forward on a cruise ship is the entertainment. And I have to say that for such a small cruise ship, and then also a small itinerary, there was so much to see, so much to do, and there were always something to like look for, whether it was the shows, comedy, also karaoke, a program full of activities. I love that for such a short cruise you feel that wow, there's so much to do here, there's so much activity, and that is great. Imagine being bored on a cruise. Like, hello, I went to the theater every single day to see the musicals and that games like the Love and Marriage and that amazing entertainment cast of Carnival Cruise Line was super like Carnival knows how to do it. And also they had the comedy club, which was one of the comedians was like okay, the other one was fantastic. The next day we were docked in Nassau, Bahamas, which is a destination primary port if you are cruising to Bahamas. And I know a lot of people, some people like this sport, some people don't like this sport because it has so much, I would say, stimulation. There's so much to do here, but also and so many people. Sometimes if you are stuck with many ships during that day, which was my case, there was like three Royal Caribbean big ships, and there was also Princess, I think there was an MSC, Disney, all of them were that day at port. However, I always love to get off the ship and explore, even if it's not for something like super big. So I asked the cruise line what was the recommendation. I went to an activity in the morning to find out the do's and don'ts during port day, and they told me, hey, why don't you take a taxi to Paradise Island, which is the home of the Atlantis Resort? And I said, you know what, let's give it a try. Let's see if it was safe to do, and 100% it is. So this port has had massive renovation in the last couple years, and once you get off the ship, right in front of the John Cano Museum, this stand with certified taxis there are again certified to operate there. You can take a taxi for $5 each way, and that will take you to Paradise Island. And I just spend my day there, and I use the casino, also walk around, eat something there. I did not did an activity like swimming with dolphin or anything like that because the day didn't look too great for me. So it was something that I didn't want to do. But if you haven't also feel like you have enough time to do that and sign up, I would recommend, of course, to book it before you get there. And I think this is a great activity to do, something different, and enjoy yourself. Get off of the ship, of course, why not? If you don't want to, that is completely okay. But for people like me who likes to do it, yes, it was a great day. I spent there around like 2-3 hours and head back to the ship and enjoy the rest of my cruise. The next day we were at Princess Cay, and I was very excited to be on this island because I had never been before. And I have to say that if you want to get off of the ship early, you have to take a water shuttle to, this is how this port is operated, and you have to grab your like a ticket to get off of the ship that you get in guest services. And I didn't actually pick up anything the day before or like the early morning because I did not have any rush to get off the ship, even though I knew I was going to. But if you are one of those person who wants to get off early, if you have a higher status with Carnival like platinum and or diamond, I think you have priority. Faster to the phone also has priority, but I didn't ask or anything like that, so I just get off when I get off. There is a beautiful island. You can do different things here. You can rent a private cabana. You can also rent like private seating close to the beach. You can also do fishing, snorkeling, and other water activities as well. They have also like a barbecue or type of buffet, like hot dogs and burgers and stuff like that, that is also included on your cruise fare. However, I did not eat anything because I was too crowded. Again, for example, this day I feel like that was too crowded, so I decided to not eat there and eat at the ship. But because I did not explore enough, once I was heading back to the cruise ship, I found out that there was another side of the island that was much quieter. So that's why I said, when you get off of the ship, make sure you explore properly and in the right way. I was so sad, and that is another excuse to go back to Princess Cay. However, I do feel like there is a lot of potential and a lot of areas to develop maybe in this island for more things to do, but definitely it's a great stop for a short cruise and for a beach day, because if you don't get to go to the beach in Nassau, at least you get to go to the beach here in Princess Cay. The last day was a sea day, and you're wondering, what do you do on a sea day? You do everything. You can go to brunch, you can join the activities, play at the casino. They have so many activities. I feel like this is the day where they have the most, and of course take the opportunity to do whatever you couldn't do on the very first day. And it was an amazing experience on board Carnival Glory. I definitely recommend it for first timer or people who's looking for a short cruise, like a little getaway to escape the normal and enjoy some days of sun, beach, good vibes, and socialize. You know, this was the first time that I have to say that I have socialized so much on a cruise, even though I'm really outgoing, but they actually really stop and have conversation and meet so many new people. Carnival Glory was a great experience, definitely recommended for a short cruise and super easy to navigate for first timer. Thank you so much for watching. Leave me a comment if you're sailing with Carnival Glory, if you have had experience on Carnival Glory before, what has been your highlights, what you didn't like, and what do you think they can improve on this type of 4 days 3 days sailing for Carnival Cruise Line. Thank you so much for watching one more time. I see you next time in another video. There is another travel venture that is coming in February, so stay tuned. And yes, we will continue cruising. As I always say, if I'm not on a cruise, I'm probably at Disney or somewhere else. Just want to remind you, when I'm not on a cruise or Disney, or I'm in another place, you can also use these places if you are staying a night or 2 nights before your cruise in any of the cities that I bring you here, and do one of those activities, right? So as always, if I'm not on a cruise, I'm at Disney or somewhere else. I'm your super host Kai Energy. Thank you for watching Energy Travel Ventures, and I see you on another video.